Hello, this is the disembodied voice of Mr. Furlow. Um, I've got 5 minutes to explain what we did today. So, in your class, you should see a CK12 practice on igneous rocks. You have unlimited tries, and it will show you the answers. So, on this one, you should be easy to get a 100. It might take you a few tries, that's fine, just get the 100. It's an easy grade. Later, we'll have an assignment where it doesn't show you the answers. All right, so once you've done that, we went over the study guide. And we didn't go over it word for word. I went over some key things that I thought people might be confused on, like chemical compound has to be one or more bonded elements. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. Going back for a second, remember that hydrogen is an element, oxygen is an element. They are not compounds. H2O is one or more elements combined, and so that is a compound. Actually, I just realized, oh shoot, that should say two or more. All right. Hardness is scratch resistance, so a very hard mineral is very resistant to being scratched. Someone asked about, in class, they asked about mineral veins. So that's where you have a crack in a rock, and as water flows through it, it leaves minerals behind, and those minerals fill the crack and become a vein of that mineral. And a lot of times people look for those because, well, they might be looking for that mineral, or they might be looking for something like gold associated with the mineral. Covalent bonds, co means with, so covalent bonds share electrons. Ionic means having to do with ions. So one atom loses electrons and one atom gains electrons. They both become ions. An ore, O-R-E, is a rock that contains a profitable amount of minerals. So if we had a mountain and we had just a little bit of gold, that's not profitable. If we had a very large mountain with lots of deposits of gold, that becomes more profitable to mine. All right, a placer deposit is deposited by a river or a stream. So when you have an aquifer is a body of rock that contains water. And the water can actually move through the rock. And so as the water moves through, if it comes to the surface, it's going to flow out and create a stream. Now that water is going to carry stuff with it from the aquifer. And so it might carry gold or gemstones that break off or get dissolved, and then they get left behind in the stream bed, and that's a placer deposit. Electrons, protons, and neutrons are the subatomic particles that make up an atom. Electrons are negative and they're outside the nucleus. Protons are positive and in the nucleus. Neutrons are neutral in the nucleus. So that one should be easy. Neutral, neutrons in the nucleus. Oxides contain oxygen. Sulfides are metal and sulfur. Halides have a halogen from group 17, and phosphorus is phosphorus, or phosphates are phosphorus and oxygen. Environmental cost of mining, there's water pollution, habitat loss. Old mines could create a sinkhole. They could cause underground pollution. Let's see here. Atoms that gain, or ions are atoms with positive or negative charge. So if an atom starts out neutral and gains or adds a negative electron, it has a -1 charge. So it becomes negative by adding negative electrons. If it loses an electron, it becomes positive. Make sure you know what cleavage is. Make sure you know what Mohs hardness scale is. Unglazed porcelain plate, that is streak. And what determines if ore should be mined? Basically profit. If there's enough of the mineral or substance that's being mined to be profitable, it'll get mined. All right, and then that was the study guide. All right, I hope this helps. I'll see you tomorrow for the test.